team no echiremu say eyade a enye nokre. And in an email thread, Glenn send them Kwesi Arthur, and I would like to read because say amanfo ante asiewu si ate Kwesi de enti ante Glenn so dia will jump into conclusion. Now this is the email. Starting by saying, he said, "Dear Kwesi," and this is the email dated on the 23rd of May 2024. I said, "Dear Kwesi, I hope this message finds you well. As detailed in the accounting report, all net proceeds from the commercial exploitation of the assets are distributed accordingly to our contractually agreed ratios, that is 60-40 for assets created before 2021 and 50-50 for assets created from 2021 onwards." Me patro Kwesi Arthur contract bia on a year ground up sign at, and I'll tell you about the second term and second one and the duration a womb. First one and is 60-40, 60% for a year ground up and 40% for the artist, and this is an industry standard. And unti na sa okaya a black former manager baya oka say ono edge 20% na 80% ko artist na industry no amanfo bebre entiase na tia omontiase ne say ade no akọ form chese akọ kra no yemfa ne say die emu adin abeka say management in wicked na enu mpo no it is allowed in so many places. Enu etimi ko 80-20, 80 for the label, 20 for the artist. Etimi ko 70-30, that is 70 for the label, a year 30 for the artist. Now 50-50 no ebem 50-50 no that is in 2021 and Kwesi Arthur signing a 50-50 contract with Ground Up. Me patron abusuafo muntie ne ye na afi yentoaso. Also, to ensure greater transparency, we will provide accounting reports twice a year detailing amounts received from the commercial exploitation of the assets and the corresponding entitlement based on the agreed distribution ratio. Intino say project omde year be alive from Nkrumah Chrome no, which is a 60-40 deal no. Any other project are na wuwo nyina na 60-40 no. Sa eno say sika bi aba ho a ye be che no by sa deal no. Ena contract bi a wona me sign na ye in 2021, the project be a year in 2021 no, and who proceed no ye be che 50-50 me pacho yentoaso. Or see payments will be made to your designated account provided that amounts received during the period exceed £1,000. Me pacho we clear o ha yenko enim. You have the right to audit underlining streaming reports, sync or IP licensing rights issues, invoice and other primary documents related to the exploitation and administration of the assets. Inti ahase you know dear a year ground up air patch and say enyuma ya ye nyina ya bom mimi sika kom wo so talent kom no ye de ni nyina akogu DSP ne so wo Kwesi wo so wo right to say obefa accountant for obefa amanfo no maba behwehwe sa adwuma ni nyina mu omo audit inti enye me Glenn nko anase ground up nko ne be audit wo so wo right to say obe audit bi. All payments are made in accordance with the binding terms of our contract, which stipulates that Ground Up owns all financed assets but shares net proceeds from their exploitation with you. Enubiem maminsi so na minchrim. Se obi edinisika she project mo, especially when it comes to music, the person owns the masters. The master rights in a Ground Up edia. Into all financed project and no a worldwide and Ghana happy. The otiasi bia enim. Na enono say yeti eska ye project ni ria. Di akechire no. Ye no be channel according to contract na ye den ye no one. And that is the industry or standard practice. Unless say o sign deal no o state otherwise. But entisa dia going by the terms are omo ene Kwesi ewo ekoye no omono being Ground Up no ekoye ne de. That is how it is going to be. The accounting report we have issued to you demonstrates that despite third-party financing received during our collaboration, That is a omo project, but there was a third party I finance here. Omo ground up no, or twasu chim say ground up incur significant expenditure in financing all listed assets. And assets in this case will be the project. And yoma omo ye no ground up and so bo kafufro na no edin enso wom. Or see these assets include son of Jacob and others. Encompassing and others, no. Or such say encompassing all rights from publishing to master recording and derived rights. As owners, we will exercise our commercial best effort to exploit the assets for our mutual benefit, with net proceeds shared with you. The person say very, very simple. Eka ya boni ntini yebe make sure say nyom no yebe ton ni yie say de yebe nyeska ne ate ye de ye ka na ye de hyem no na de be akire no ye ne umienu ache te say de ye dada. As indicated, all historical expenditure has been recouped. Enti o say report na wa send ama Kwesi no say Kwesi hwema obehu say yes obi di ni sika be hyem ground up so boka na sa niam ni nyina ntwa nhia no still eska bi omudi hyem bia say oma rekupu omanya sa sika no e back. Or see, we urge you to abide by our contractual terms and refrain from challenging our ownership rights or interfering with the administration of the asset. A case in here tricky kakra because now Kwesi Arthur effect co-distributors no ho anase DSPs no ho eko contest say enyoma ground up edi ni sika ahemaye ana project a ground up di ni sika ahemaye no enye omo dia na eye ono edia. And they keep getting reports from the DSP say enyumwe da ha eye underground up masters ne ye omo dia no artists no claim say eye ono mum edia. How true it is. Or say specifically, this means refraining from activities such as reaching out to distributors to take down our assets publicly or privately, challenging our right to publicly or privately challenging our rights to administer the assets, entering into direct negotiations regarding the sale or licensing of any right to the assets, and spreading defamatory narratives that I have stolen your money.